Many dreams of laying down their lives for Christ, but they cannot put up with the slightest word for Christ's sake. This is the same reason why a superior doesn't want to allow people to do extreme penances when they're not able to, stay awake during prayer, or do the little penances, or stay away from venial sins, or whatever else it is. When they have the simple little faults in community, why are you going to let them do major penance? There's no point in them doing major penance. Now they're just going to be proud because they're like, well, at least I can do major penance. Nobody else is doing it. I'm just like St. Peter of Alcantara. I'm able to do this and I can do that. But yet you can't take care of the simple things in everyday observance of the religious life. That's why a superior doesn't want that to happen. It's the same thing with the lay people. You start to talk to them about, they come to you and they want to do more penance. And you talk to them about, and you start finding out kind of what's going on in their home life. And you realize, like, everybody in their home life, they treat like a dog. Because they're barking at them all the time, and they're growling about this and growling about that. And so they have complete impatience with the ones that are around them, but yet they want to wear a hair shirt and beat themselves with a chain or something. Well, why are you going to beat yourself with a chain and wear a hair shirt? Your hair shirt's taking care of your family, being patient with your wife. Listen to your kids, trying to be there, be present. So people don't want to do the everyday little things. And what you start to find is when you start talking to people, the everyday little things in life are the greatest penance for most people. But they won't do them. They won't do them because they're too hard. They want an external thing. And that's where the other penances come in, a hair shirt or the discipline or severe fasts. Because they can do that and they can point to it and say, look, I'm good. Whereas everything else is failing in their life because they won't address the simple little things that are actually problems in their life that would lead them to perfection. Do you see? And that's where they always say, like, in community life, the brother that you don't like being around, he's your hair shirt. You don't really need a hair shirt. For those who have moved past all of that, they start to take on other penances because they've become oblivious to all the other difficulties around them because they're okay with all of them. You see with the great saints, they would always go after, they would find the most problematic individual in the community. Instead of ignoring them, they tried to serve them, you see. You see in the lives of some of the Franciscan saints, there was the one, I forget her name now, I can never remember the third order ladies all the time, but when her husband died, she made herself obedient to her mother-in-law. Try that one out. Goodness gracious. So many dream of laying down their lives for Christ, but they cannot put up with a slighting word for Christ's sake. You see this, and you get that. No, I'm not trying to pick on women at all, but you do see this with women a lot of times. You'll hear them tell you how much they love our Lord, and they'll do anything for Him. And then the one time their husband has a suggestion, it's like the end of the world, right? And he's the one in charge. Do you see? So they can't. There's all this external talk of love of God, and you want to you exhaust yourself for Him, and it's all this sentimental kind of spewing out of words. And then as soon as the husband finds a fault with the wife, which is a very charitable, like he's being very charitable and just trying to lightly correct his wife, which is his job and duty to do, and he's doing it in the most Christian way he can possibly think, he just gets his head cut off. You see, it isn't true. All those words, that love, that wanting to throw yourself out there, the want to exhaust yourself and be a martyr for the faith, basically. There's no solid ground. It's just fluffy words. They're coming out of a heart that's excited right now. Do you see? And then you get they get their correction from their husband, and then they're in turmoil for who knows how long after that.